So you can see that the close relationship between the U.S. and Israel doesn't come from their same religion or same religious belief. I think their close tie mainly comes from the long term of their standpoint, which is against Islam and Muslim and then terrorism. And then, of course, nowadays, or the recent development against communism. Okay, so especially against terrorism. So most countries or people who are against Israel or want to take back the control over the Holy Land, or they claim to fight a holy war against the Israel. Who should be totally erased, extinguished from their world. So of course, when they are against Israel, and when the U.S. Just now we heard that so supportive to Israel for long term, not just from the present administration of Trump. So and politically, of course, Israel is has a very strategic location in the Middle East. Okay, and then when the surrounding Middle East countries are mostly Arabian or Islamic, and which in the past history didn't have a very good relationship with the U.S. and the European countries, and also most countries have developed some terrorist activities or organization or groups, which of course are even more hated by the European countries and by the U.S. country, so that they of course they will support Israel more, as Israel is also you can say that he is against that kind of Islamic terrorist organization and activity, but he is also helpless in that location, geographical location, because Israel is surrounded by all those Islamic countries, Arabian countries, and most of them are very hostile to Israel. And then the claim over the Holy Land, Jerusalem, actually has not totally settled down, and also the long term of dispute at the border of Gaza, and then finally come out the music festival massacre along the border, okay, between Gaza and Israel. And then these 2 years development, we can see how Israel started to fight back, how Israel declared war on nearly all those surrounding Arabian countries. I'm so surprised that Israel can fight with so many surrounding regions, okay, and then although a very formal war was not yet declared with all those countries, but Israel has bombed so many cities and nearby countries that we have seen in the past 1 to 2 years after the music festival massacre. And then now just the war with Iran has just stopped, maybe for a short time. They say that they will have an agreement, they will have a ceasefire, but and then it seems that the fire has never been ceased, okay, and then I hope that in future time, the ceasefire really come to really will be realized, okay, and there is really a ceasefire, a long-time ceasefire between Israel and the Arab countries, especially with Iran. Okay, now the the fighting is so so hot between Iran and Israel, and then we see that Israel has no no idea or no plan or no reason, okay, to stop that war. Once she has started with those Islamic countries, because in the past history, there was a long history of hostility and war between them, and it seems that a matter of life and death. If I don't kill you, then you will kill me. If you survive, then you will kill me anytime. Just like the music festival massacre. Okay, so it might show Israel that her enemies must be extinguished. Just immediately, or even just at one time, better extinguish all, okay, so that they can be saved. Otherwise, anytime, any day, suddenly there will be certain fighting, terrorism, and then especially Israel and the U.S. also believe that those are terrorist organizations. Supported, financed, and even trained by those powerful Islamic countries behind. Of course, why they fight with Iran? Then they believe that Iran is the one behind them that need to be at least need to be fought, okay, with success, so that they dare not to attack Israel anymore, or they don't have that power to train the terrorists anymore. So of course then we have heard the long-term good relationship between the U.S. and Israel. So the U.S., especially the present President Trump, especially has a very strong tie with Israel. So of course he has to support them, and of course he's now his target is USA first. So any action, if it is back to the US, he should not do it. But of course, helping one of his best allies, long-time allies, against those countries which were claimed as terrorist countries. Of course, the U.S. also have the reason, the right, or the plan and need to support the U.S. Israel, and then to fight with her against other countries. Only that how much the U.S. should be involved, how much Trump should be involved, how will they support militarily? Will they fight militarily, or just stand at the back to support or to fund Israel militarily? And then it seems that both the U.S. and Israel claim that even without the U.S. aid and support, Israel can still fight alone with against other countries. We believe that we can see that how powerful Israel is. But of course, with the U.S. support, the Israel sure have more resources, have more courage, have more reason to fight to the end. Okay, so we all wait and see how Trump and the U.S. Will be involved in this war between Israel and Iran, between Israel and other Arab countries. And then we all have to wait and see how this ceasefire between Israel and Iran will really actualize, will really come to reality. We really have a real long-term ceasefire, and then even maybe have a better relationship between Israel and those enemy countries. Would there be a closer tie? Would there be a good cooperation starting from now, or will you want leadership change so that they are not so anti-Semitic or anti-U.S.? So we have to wait and see how this relationship. A good relationship keep going, or bad relationship also keep going, or come to an end. We of course hope that the bad relationship will come to an end, and a good relationship between those countries with an aim to bring a peace, actual peace, not terrorism. We would like to see that kind of good relationship between those powers to continue, of course. But those bad relationships between the surrounding countries can come to an end when no more terrorism exists, when no more countries will fund the terrorist activity. So that, of course, I pray that everywhere is peaceful, is safe. It seems that it is not easy to get to this kind of status. Okay, so may God bless the whole world. Bye.